Are you tired of breaking your back doing household chores? Are you sick of using a vacuum cleaner that nobody knows how to use? And do you hate being tangled up in cables every single time? Well, do I have a solution for you. Why vacuum your own floor when you can let this robot vacuum do it for you? The Medea M7 will vacuum for you, it'll mop your floors, and it will do your dishes. Just kidding, it won't do your dishes, but it will do all the other stuff. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and dial 555-555 and pick up that super special limited offer just today. The Medea M7 is a robot like no other. 3 CPO, how about 3 Sweepio? You want this thing, you need this thing, so call us and call us now.
Hold up, face go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it wants.
Yeah, that just happened. What's up, guys? It's great to see you all again. And if you're new here, I'm Patrick, and this is where I ramble about tech and other stuff. So a company sent me this robot vacuum cleaner a while ago. It's the Medea M7, and I've been hesitant to review on the channel. I mean, it's a vacuum cleaner, and I was like, I don't want to be that channel. I don't want to be that guy in the introduction. But at the same time, we're using this thing every single day, and I've really come to appreciate it. And it has a surprising amount of tech on board. And I am, after all, a tech channel. So let's have a look at this thing and all the stuff it can do and how we actually use it on a daily basis. And then you can decide whether it's cool or not. By the way, this is not a sponsored review. They did send me this unit for free, but obviously that doesn't mean I can't say whatever I want. So let's have a look at the design. I think we've all seen one of these by now, and they all look pretty much the same to me. But there are a few things I do appreciate about this design. First of all, I think it is great that it has a lid that opens on the top so you can take the actual dustbin out.
Install the dustbin.
Just like that. I hate having to flip it over to get something basic like that, so to have that on top is definitely a plus to me. By the way, please excuse the fact that this thing is not out of the box clean. It has actually been used extensively and it shows. One of the biggest advantages of this thing is that it actually is designed to pick up pet hair, which is why this one looks extra gross. We have a lovely dog, but he sheds faster than a $5 Christmas sweater, so this thing is definitely being put to work. And I can't stress how important this is because a lot of these robot vacuums are not designed for pets and they basically just get jammed up super easily. So if you do have pets, always check first if you're thinking of buying one of these robots. On top, we have the laser technology, and I'll show you in a minute when we look at the app why that's important. And also on top are 3 pressure sensors. And what they do is determine whether there's too much pressure. For example, if it wants to clean under your couch, but the first sensor detects too much pressure, it means that the couch is too low and it will avoid getting stuck. On the bottom, we have a couple of things. There's this brush, which is designed not to get tangled with all the dog hair. And I have to say it works okay. You will still need to take it out every now and then and cut off the tangled hair, if you have pets of course, but it is way better than other vacuums I've used that have a similar brush system. So it does seem to work a little bit at least. It's really easy to take it out and put it back in, no tools required. It also has these side brushes, which basically collect all the small debris and push it into the roller so the vacuum doesn't miss those things. The battery life is really good. It can easily do our entire floor, no problem. But the cool thing is that it actually protects its own battery. For instance, one time it got knocked off the charging dock, so it was only partially charged and it was about to die in the middle of a cleaning session. But what it does then is it will drive itself back to the charging dock, fill up the battery, and then continue exactly where it left off. And the last thing we see is the water tank. Water tank? Yeah, because it also mops. Now, before you go throw out all of your mops, this doesn't replace an actual mop. It's not made to clean very dirty floors. What it does do is that it picks up any small dust particles the vacuum might have left, so the result is a truly dust-free floor. And this works really, really well. The water tank is controlled electronically, so you can actually set the drip speed. If you have a wooden floor, you obviously don't want it to be as wet as a tile floor. I took out the tank just to show you because obviously if I would have flipped it upside down with the tank in, it's gonna leak a little bit and we're gonna get water everywhere. So if I flip it back over, you'll see that it's really easy to put that back in, and there you go. So all that's pretty nifty, but the reason why I like this thing as a techie is the companion app. You simply download the M Smart Life app on your phone, create a profile, and connect your device. Once it's connected, you can use it from wherever you are. The other day we were visiting family in another country, and I was able to start the vacuum because the place still gets dusty, and we could monitor the vacuum via one of our security cameras, which made for a really neat party trick. So the first time you connect your vacuum and start a session, it'll automatically create a map of your entire floor, using the lasers on top. During its first round, it'll identify where everything is, and you can actually see the map being created in real time. And this is what it looks like for our ground floor. And what's cool about it is that once the map is created, you can designate zones and rooms. So for instance, if our daughter's playroom is a bit messy and it has too many toys on the floor, I just set it to clean the kitchen and the living room, and I'll just skip the playroom. I mean, it has obstacle avoidance and it works pretty well, but in a room full of toys, that's not going to be very useful. And if there is a particular spot you want cleaned, there's an option for that too. You just tap on the map where you want it to clean and then tap Start Cleaning. When it's done, it'll automatically drive itself back onto the charging platform. So does it have any negatives? Sure. It doesn't really detect cables very well, especially the small ones, so you need to pick those up off the floor before it starts vacuuming, or it might get tangled in the brush. The same goes for welcome mats. Technically, it wants to clean them, but because those mats are often thin and light, it can drag them along for a bit instead of cleaning them. And the obstacle avoidance isn't always super accurate, so it does hit the occasional chair every now and then, but those are really minor things, and I can definitely recommend this thing. As you can see from how gross it is, we use it often and it's really solid. We still vacuum and mop every now and then for big cleaning, but this thing really helps keep the floors clean, so we don't need to do it as often. Guys, if the video was useful to you, or at least entertaining, please give it one of these. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you want. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.